Hey everybody, long time no see. How's it going? So I am back from my mission. If you didn't know, I was serving as a missionary of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Japan up until Thursday. But yeah, I am back home now. I actually originally intended to make like an unpacking video, but about halfway through I kind of lost all my motivation because I was way jet lagged and honestly kind of overwhelmed. I'm honestly kind of overwhelmed. And I mean, exhausted. I think it might be part of the fact that, yesterday I didn't sleep for like 36 hours. So, that's not a thing anymore. But I am unpacked and I got pretty much everything situated. I'm currently in the process of looking for work. I've actually got a job interview in like about an hour. So yeah, I'm just kind of looking for work right now, seeing what I can find because I have absolutely no money. And I kind of want to talk about like plans for the future and stuff like that, but I'm not going to talk about that in this video, maybe kind of later on. But today I kind of just want to talk about my mission experience and how it went and, everything that happened, I guess. Well, everything. Not exactly everything, but you know what I mean. Okay, first I just kind of want to talk about the timeline of my mission because it's a little bit more complicated than your average mission. So I originally left for the MTC, the Missionary Training Center, in October of 2019. So I went out to Utah and I was there at the training center for about 2 months. Well, actually 9 weeks, but anyways, I was there, and then in December of 2019 I headed off to Japan, and I was in Japan for maybe another 2 months, and then we started kind of hearing rumors about this new global pandemic that was going on, and in pretty rapid succession we got put in quarantine and then sent home. So I was sent home in, I think, April. I can't remember honestly super well. Either way, you kind of know this part because I vlogged a little bit while I was home, but I got sent home. I was home for 3 months, and kind of at the tail end of my stay I got reassigned to the Seattle, Washington mission, and I headed for Seattle in June of 2020. So after being in Seattle for 6 or so months, I then headed back to Japan in December of 2020, and I was in Japan from December 2020 until last Thursday. So I had about maybe a year and 2 months total in Japan. So yeah, definitely not your average mission, at least before COVID happened. I loved every second of it. It was a super great experience. I got to see so many blessings and so many miracles, and I'm so glad to have been able to be a missionary, especially during COVID, because it was a little different, but it was different in a lot of good ways. And what I mean by that is, so before COVID happened, missionary work was, at least in Japan, it was generally just you'd knock on doors trying to find people that were interested in either hearing about the gospel of Jesus Christ or interested in taking like free English classes or something like that, or we try to find service to do. But that was kind of what we did all day, just knock on doors. Or if we weren't doing that, we'd be like teaching lessons or things like that. But because COVID happened, obviously you can't, just go knocking on people's doors because that's obviously not responsible, not safe. So everything kind of moved online to social media and things like that. And what was cool about that is as soon as we started using social media, obviously, things like photography and videography come into play. And before I went on my mission, I kind of just assumed I would like put away my camera and all that pretty much for 2 years and kind of just come back to it after the mission. But I ended up really using a lot of the skills I had kind of worked on in high school and, a lot of my passion with photography as missionary work, which was a really great blessing. And honestly, it was kind of a sign to me that like God really knew me or knows me and, knows how to use my talents. So I thought that was really cool. And when we weren't doing just kind of that social media, like posting to social media or maybe messaging people, I would generally just be teaching lessons over like Zoom or Facebook Messenger, things like that. I'm just kind of doing most things remotely. For a lot of my mission, actually, we didn't even have church, which is kind of funny because I was a missionary, but I wasn't going to church because it just wasn't happening. But by the end of my mission, we had kind of church going kind of on a limited scale. But yeah, it was honestly super great to be able to go to Japan. It's such a big blessing. And Seattle, I love Seattle too. I made so many new friends and I met so many wonderful people, and I was really glad to be able to go to both. Now I can speak a decent amount of Japanese, which is really cool. I'm not perfect or anything, I still have a lot to learn, but I want to continue studying and maybe go back to Japan someday. I'm not super sure, but I would love to return again. I am happy to be back though. I'm happy to be with my family again. You know, when you're a missionary, you can only talk to your family about once a week for, you know, just a few hours on the phone, depending on the day. But so it was good to see all them again, and it's kind of been good to get back to regular life. It's a little interesting because when you're a missionary, you really don't have very much free time because you're always scheduling your day to be as effective as humanly possible. But you know, right now I'm not doing quite as much scheduling and my days aren't quite as full, so it's kind of a weird transition to have free time, to not know what to do really. And I'm trying to work on that. I actually last night I was kind of like overwhelmed with how much time I have, which is kind of a funny thing to be overwhelmed about, but I like sat down and I went through my Google Calendar and just planned today because I was just like tired of not knowing what to do. So yeah, I'm definitely kind of trying to adjust to that, but I'm excited to kind of get back into the swing of things. And again, I do want to talk about kind of my future plans and what I'm hoping to do, but I think I'll do that in a later video, and just kind of keep this video at what it's at right now. But thank you everyone for watching. I hope it wasn't too bad. I'm kind of rusty at vlogging. I mean, technically this isn't like my second time trying this. If you saw my Instagram story, you know that the first time I recorded this video, for some reason the audio didn't go through because I think my mic wasn't plugged in properly, so it was just silence, so I had to do it all over again, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, I think the audio is going through this time. I'm watching the audio monitor and it should be fine. But I do plan on kind of making more regular videos from now on, hopefully, maybe once or twice a week. So please look out for that. I want to continue kind of growing on YouTube, so if you have any friends that you think might like this, please feel free to share these videos with them. And please feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, and like and subscribe if you like this video. So thank you so much. See y'all later.